So I'm sure I'm not the only one who's realised like YouTuber merch is not that varied. You know, you've got your clothes line, YouTubes when you hit like 2 million subs, and then you've got the occasional book. And if you're lucky, you'll get a premium drink. But apart from that, YouTuber merch, it's not very extensive. And today I am going to fix that by pitching you YouTube merch ideas. And I've used Blender to make some mock-ups of these different merch items, and yeah, so like the Brave Plumber.
Let's go.
So first up, my friend Dan. Now I know what we said about shirts and clothing, but since Dan doesn't have any merch, I'm going to kick him off with a good one. So I went over to Dan's channel and thought, what would be the best piece of merch, clothing, quality clothing that he could release? And I've come up with a shirt. Yes, this amazing shirt shows you every video he uploaded last year, and on the back, every video he was featured in. They're all mine. Thank you. Thank you. This is a good idea. It's not my merch, but it is. It's my merch. Speaking of channels that haven't uploaded recently, although for very different reasons, we have the Eboys! And I thought, why not make them a bargain booze vodka? Can't think of a reason that I've chosen this for them. The only customer will be Memulous for his reaction videos. So next we're on to YouTube hit Mr. Beast, and I thought what better to represent him than a fancy dress costume, something that, I don't know, make the cosplayers go wild. And I thought the best thing for this would be $1, but not a normal dollar. I created a Mr. Beast dollar. Why? Because I thought if you just did a normal dollar, then it would more represent Mr. Krabs. I also came up with the idea that maybe you could do some kind of challenge with this, so it's like, I don't know, there's a chip in it that every time you wear it, and eventually like pay your rent for like a month. I don't know what Mr. Beast, I've never even watched a Mr. Beast video. So you might have noticed the three that I've just mentioned, they're kind of what I mentioned in the intro. They're just like clothing or premium drink. But the next one is a mug. No, I'm not talking about the YouTuber. No, I'm thinking of an Among Us mug. An Amogus. So you might be familiar with colour changing mugs, and I thought I could do a riff on this. This is my best idea that I've actually come up with today. It is a mug that starts off cold and you're the crewmate, but when it warms up, you're the imposter. This is the best thing I've ever done, and I will peak after this, and I wouldn't be surprised if everyone unsubscribed. Please don't though. Subscribe, do it please. And then the final one for this section, I'll be honest, I kind of just want to include him considering this entire video is a riff of his videos anyway. It's Ted Navision. You might think, oh, I've done a funny joke and intentionally misinterpreted his last name and said Ted Navision and created a television. Well, no, because that would be funny. Instead, I've created him a premium drink. Why are YouTuber products actually difficult to think of? No wonder people just make clothing line. Anyway, the drink, it is milk, his brand. But it's not any ordinary milk. No, this is milk that never goes off, mostly because it's actually just flavoured water to flavour like milk, with lots of artificial colouring and sweeteners. This is very unhealthy product, but a product you can be proud of. I'll be honest, it doesn't look that good. At least I tried, right? Ted, if you're watching this, this is a great idea, great business opportunity. Just get me on your podcast and we'll talk about it. So this section, I've not really made many animations for, or they're kind of just still images. Some of them are going to be terribly, terribly bad photoshops. Starting off with the strongest, we have Jacksepticeye's septic tank. I thought this was a brilliant idea. I mean, you know, it's kind of like his brand, so probably going to sell well either way. But you might be wondering how I'm going to achieve the tank. Is it just going to be no, it's not. I have thought of 3 ways, and here are them now. One is to do very deadly and dangerous experiments to hopefully get a mutated eye that will move in the tank for you. In fairness, that might be a bad idea and probably cancel him on Twitter. However, I think it would be enjoyable. The second one, bathwater. Now, I know I'm a few years late on the bathwater trend here, but it's Jacksepticeye. If he started selling his bathwater, I'd buy it. And the third one is really just make it a lava lamp. It just makes sense to be a lava lamp, actually. The next one is Dream. And of course, how could of course it's going to be the mask. Did you think it was going to be? If you thought it was anything else, subscribe. Yes, I think he should sell the mask that he wears with a smile for hours at a time. But it's not going to be the cheap stuff. No, it's going to be made out of wood, or at least look like a wood. However, as we all know, he's face revealed. He no longer needs to wear the mask. So, I've thought of a way to celebrate this. Every order that is placed shall be hit with a hammer. Yes, every single order will be guaranteed broken. Actually, here's a fun idea. There's really bad courier services out there. We'll hire them for cheapness, and then they'll guarantee that the masks break, and then you can save like loads of money on hammers, because obviously we'd have to buy a load of hammers in to hit them with them. So we're just saving money by creating a bad product, basically. I'm a really good salesman. And of course, how could I forget, but it would make a killing in the cosplay community, as well as selling the Markiplier mustache. The Markiplier mustache would shake up the cosplaying community on a foundational level. I have been to Comic-Cons where people have worn a Wolfstache cosplay. And that's a thing. You would make a killing. As would Darkiplier, but unfortunately, I've looked into it and you can't develop something that, when perceived by someone, would turn everything to black and white and give like chromatic aberration and rotoscoping and all the things that an editing software might get you. But speaking of famous YouTubers, let's move on to Dan TDM, or should I say Dan TDK. It's going to be kind of like a YouTuber, I'm not going to lie. It's basically Mario Kart, but blue and with Dan's face on it. Simple. Can't believe it's not been done before. There is a Google Forms in the description where you can submit your own ideas as well as voting for your favourite one in this video. And if I like them enough, and if I get enough responses, I'll make a follow-up video. Please vote for the Jacksepticeye Part 1. I'd love to experiment on human eyeballs. That is a joke, YouTube. Oh, and you might be wondering, well, where's my merch? You know, I made Dan's, where's mine? Well, I forgot. It's kind of my brand. And with that, I bid you a good day.